We're talking about Washington State. Estate taxes here are not just for the very wealthy with multiple millions of dollars. Consider how housing prices have gone up, and the small house that used to be worth 100,000 is worth $1 million, etc. In Washington State, there is what's called a credit exclusion amount, a state tax credit exclusion amount. And what that means is that's the amount of money that a person can pass on their death without their state having to pay any estate taxes on it. And in Washington, it's $2.193 million. The federal level is much higher. Currently in 2023, the level for the federal exclusion amount is $12.92 million. That is less of a concern unless the person is very wealthy. But for a person who has a level of, closer to 2 million or 3 million, they should be concerned about the Washington estate tax. There are many ways to avoid this tax other than don't be a Washington resident, be an Idaho resident, Colorado, etc. There's a lot of ways that you can still be a Washington resident and avoid the estate tax. If you're married, and whether you have a will or whether you have a trust, make sure that within those documents is something that we call it's called a credit shelter trust, a bypass trust. Different terms are used, but what it means is the deceased spouse's $2.193 million is going to go into that trust so that we can take advantage of their credit exclusion amount. If that is not done, and if instead that money just flowed outright to the surviving spouse, let's say the couple has a $4 million estate. And if they don't use that trust to capture the credit exclusion of the deceased spouse and avoid estate tax on that amount, if instead it goes outright and the surviving spouse has $4 million, when that person dies, if they do nothing else, there's going to be an estate tax of a couple $100,000 or so, all of which can be easily avoided. Washington also has other ways of avoiding the estate tax. We don't have any gift tax, so giving away assets during lifetime, especially after one spouse has died, is a really viable strategy. Of course, giving to charity under the tax code avoids any type of estate taxes. There's all sorts of ways. If you have too much money, meaning beyond the estate tax limit, see an attorney. They will help you with a plan to avoid paying unnecessary estate taxes.